So, Save Your Breath is... I'm going to start that over because I don't want to say so in the, like, right in the... Save Your Breath tells... Bleh. Save Your Breath tells a story about forgiveness. It's my story, really. It's a story of my life for the last 3 years, roughly. I was in this band for years and years and years, and we were really successful in my mind. We did all the stuff that I wanted to do with my life. We had the record deal, we were traveling all over the world, didn't have to worry about money really at all, or food or place to stay, got to do radio interviews all the time, felt really important. And then really, at some point in there, I just got bored and just sort of stopped caring about the people that I was doing it for and the reasons I was doing it, and just had a lot of other things going on too. I had these issues kind of from my childhood that I just didn't really want to deal with, and were really deep. And so I just sort of gave up on the inside, but then outwardly just nobody had any idea. I don't think anybody really knew how lonely I was. So I get involved with this girl while I'm out on the road, and just a ridiculously inappropriate relationship. Just nothing was good about it. And just like the way I was acting didn't line up with what I believed, and definitely didn't line up with what the band I was in really stood for, And bad situation, sort of even just by itself. And then to top all that off, I have this girlfriend back home who is clueless. She just has no idea that this is even happening, Bad situation all around. Fast forward a little bit, the band finds out everything that's going on, and we sort of just realize that I need to go home. I can't be out on the road. I've got to figure out my own stuff and really take a break from this, the craziness. At that point, this perfect opportunity to open up to my friends, family, the people that really cared about me, be honest with them, and get the help that I needed from them, But I chose to lie about the whole thing. I don't really remember even what I said, but I just lied to everybody. I lied to my mom, I lied to my girlfriend. There wasn't anybody at home that had any idea what really happened, and it wasn't good for me. I couldn't take that, but I did. I lied about the whole thing for about a month, and then slowly people start figuring out what really was going on, and that, for me, that part of the story is kind of where I started to really feel like I had lost everything. I didn't really know where else to go. Like if my story was the story of Jonah from the Bible, then this would be the moment where I get swallowed by the giant fish, and I'm sort of stuck in and have to face what I have done, And that was kind of the point also where I started writing the lyrics that would later become this album. Well, I was honest with myself. I probably hadn't ever been before, even, and so that was kind of a big deal at that point. So at this point, I have this epiphany that sort of became the mantra for the album, and then for me for sort of this season, that forgiveness for me isn't about turning away from the evil sort of things that I've done and the evil person that I was, and just sort of forgetting about it and sort of sweeping it under the rug, but that forgiveness was actually facing that stuff and realizing that I am the person that I am afraid of being, and that was really sort of when the healing kind of started for me. And the line, the famous sort of line, the most famous hymn I can think of, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I get it. I get what that really means now. It's you can't have amazing grace without also recognizing that I'm I'm a wretch. That's part of it. If it was Amazing Grace and I am also amazing, then it's not. It doesn't work. Save Your Breath for me is really just an introduction from this place of honesty. It's just an introduction to the world. I am Dustin, and I'm a wretch.